Hello guys, you alright?
Hello.
Hope you're all good. This video will more than likely be the last video that we do of the Barefoot and Buddykins trip to Gibraltar and Spain. I think that's fair to say, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this journey, I don't think a journey ever ends, but this journey is coming to an end. This might come as a bit of a shock to some of you. It has to us, to be fair. But when we came out here, we had a vision. And before we go on, there's something about Gibraltar that we don't understand, but we have got an answer to why we came out here.
This time round, anyway.
Yeah, yeah. There's no doubt about it, Gibraltar and Spain is a magical place, and it's a mystical place. I came out here 30 years ago, I explained that in a previous video, and I didn't know at the time when. And to be fair, this journey that me and Sarah have been through has not been what we expected at all. And I can speak for myself, I don't regret a minute of it.
I don't regret it.
No.
It's definitely something that was needed to be done.
It had to be done. And most of you guys know that we have been through fucking hell and back regarding this journey. Not just the fact that we were struggling to get work or anything like that, because now, after what's happened recently, we now understand that this is not why we came out here. Now, some of you guys might think, you're fucking crazy. You sold everything, you moved out there for 4 months, and it's ended like that. Yeah, it has ended like that, because we now have a result, a big awakening and a big realisation of why we were guided out here to Gibraltar. And the pain we suffered, as much as it was not fucking easy at all, it's been heartbreaking, yeah? And we always said we'd be honest. Our last video said that, you know, we were struggling, even with the marriage, and we don't go back on that. No. We're lovely people, we're honest people, and we were suffering some quite serious problems regarding our relationship.
Well, I don't think you could really see it as much, but I know I was pretty much showing it, so found it difficult to talk about because I just couldn't talk about any of it. And I think from coming out here, it's helped me and Kev understand what things we needed to change for us.
And obviously, what we're talking about is just the small portion of the main problem. The small portion of the problem was us, our marriage, yeah, and how we dealt with life in general. That's powerful because most marriages don't go to these extremes to fix their problems. It usually ends up in fighting and arguing and divorces and
bitterness.
Yeah. And in some respect, hatred, and that's fucking awful to say, but there has been the odd occasion where it's felt that way. You know us. We don't hate each other, but the situation we've been through, and in past years and current situations out here in Gibraltar and Spain, it makes you feel like that. It really does. So it's not all about the marriage. That is just a part of it that we have identified, and we are journeying to rectify that, okay? Now comes the bitter bit. The bitter crunch is that, and this again, please don't try and understand what's going on. We do, don't we?
Yeah.
We know what's going on. We love each other. There's no doubt about that. Through all the times that we've wanted to part, to just ease it, to just stop the pain, yeah? And the suffering, the torn between a rock and a hard place all the time could have been resolved a lot easier than this, short term. But we'd have never survived it. We'd have never survived it long term, and we know that. After all these years now, we know that breaking up is not going to resolve any of these problems. Okay? So this is the result of what we've got to now. By the time you guys see this video, Sarah will be back in England. Okay? And me, I will still be in Spain and Gibraltar. That is not a permanent thing. I am coming home, right? And I am coming home to Sarah. Aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's been really difficult.
That gives us 6 weeks apart, yeah? And you... You can only imagine how difficult that is, because we don't want it to happen, but it's got to happen. Okay? We have unfinished business. I have unfinished business out here. We're paid up for accommodation out here till the 4th or 5th of February, and I'm staying out here till then. Okay? Because I have things to do out here. Sarah has things to do back home for herself. This isn't about us as a marriage. This is for her, okay? Well, whatever that may be, that's her business.
I knew when I came out here that I really came out here to quieten my mind, find myself, find where all the problems were occurring,
all of them,
and rectifying as much as I could.
We're not stupid. Life throws shit all the time, but there was things that weren't getting resolved, and it was a case of shit or bust, yeah? But over the last few days, we've realised it's shit, but there is no bust. So we've got to deal with the shit, okay? It's as simple as that, and that means each and every one of us, not just us, but our families, our kids, coming to a big realisation that life is not fucking easy, and we want a normal fucking happy family back, yeah, without all this crap.
All the pressure,
yeah,
all
no
the
pressure.
negativity. I know we're going to get that anyway. I know from time to time we have negativity, but we needed to try and learn how we could cope with that, because we've coped with it in such a way for all these years that we needed to break the chain.
It's not easy being a parent, believe me, yeah? But there comes a time as a parent in your life where you have to then realise that changes have happened, and all of us, me as stepdad, mum as mum, the kids as well, didn't want to face that change. It really is as easy as that. Didn't want to face it. And the trouble is, that was tearing us all apart. And the thing is, us moving about still tore us all apart. Because we didn't fucking understand or realise the problems that were in our faces. Yeah?
Yeah. And the thing is, personally, I keep carrying it. I keep carrying everyone. And instead of, like I said before, instead of talking about it, I found it so difficult to talk about, because if we talked about it, it felt like we was having an argument, so it would be stupid to even consider to bring it into the open. So I would just carry it, and it would just keep building up and filling that cup up.
There's some very simple solutions to this, but please don't think that's all of it. It's not. We have our own things to deal with.
We've got our own.
But ultimately, the foundation of one of the problems is a lack of communication. Okay, discussion will resolve anything eventually, and that is why me and Sarah are still the way we are, so deeply in love. I'm not being a cunt saying this. You guys don't understand how deeply in love we are, do they?
No, I don't really see it in anyone else, to be fair. But.
Through everything we've been through, this is something magical. I know it is, and I'm not being a fucking unicorn on a pedestal or out like
Fairy
that.
tale.
We admitted that a lot of what we do seems rather fantastic, rather unusual, outrageous,
crazy,
magical, fantasizing, but it's who we are. It's who we are, and this is why I've still got Sarah in my arms, and she has me in her arms too, to this day, after everything we've been through. Now, we're not going to make an hour's video out of this, guys, yeah?
But we just wanted to update you.
The main reason, in reality, yeah, we're not coming on here and telling you guys all our personal problems, because that is just ludicrous. This isn't what it's about. We want you guys to know that we are absolutely fine in respect of our marriage and the love we have for each other. Am I correct, Sarah? Is there anything there that's not true?
No.
Right?
No.
We are honest, we have problems, we are honest, they need dealing with, yeah? But that does not affect our marriage, that does not affect our love for each other, because we've been through that, and we know that there's nothing we can't stop that. We can't stop that. So we work on it, and we have the next 6 weeks.
I mean, we've worked on it for years and years and years. You know what I mean? We work on everything for 17 and a half years.
But we now see it from a different perspective, and I think that's what the big issue is, yeah?
But now it's
the shit hit the fan.
Different.
When we came out here, the shit hit the fan, and it had to happen. Not just for everyone else, for us as well. It had to happen for us to sit right back and say, right, okay, what the fuck is going on in our lives? And now we know. And we have spoken in depth, obviously, and we still say that in the near future we do want to come back to Gibraltar, yeah, in a different way, not to work, not to look for a new life or anything like that, but to enjoy this fucking beautiful place that we didn't get a chance to really enjoy because of the struggles that we went through looking for work, and the walking all those miles, and the relationship problems we had. We couldn't enjoy it for what it is, okay? So we will.
It's not just a relationship at all. You know, that it's out of things that have been happening over this time that we've been here.
There's a lot of outer influences. In all fairness, most of it while out here and at home was outer influences, but it has a knock-on effect on your relationship. We can't ignore that. And it makes me, I've often said, things that have happened to us over the last few years have turned me into a man I don't fucking like. Yeah?
It's turned me into something I don't.
But it's realising that and admitting it and doing something about it that we're working on, yeah? Mm-hmm. But that does take effort, not just from us, from other people.
But
and those people know about it. Yeah. Those people know about it now, okay? Mm-hmm. That's as much as we're going to say on that score, because that is for us to sort out, okay?
Yeah.
So coming back to the main reason for doing this short-ish video is, please don't speculate, because Sarah's going to be living in England and I'm going to continue living in Spain for the short period forward, that we are splitting up or split up. We haven't, and we're not going to do, okay? We know where our journey needs to go. We know the challenges and the frustrations that we have to work through, don't we?
But we also know when we both get back, we know a bit of what we're going to do to move forward, you know, with ourselves and living and whatnot.
Yeah.
The last thing we want to do is go back to living in a huge house, you know.
It's not happening. It's not happening. We're going to do, to be fair, the place where we live now is fucking gorgeous, isn't it? And it is just the job. It's just up the street that we need. But we can't continue doing that out here without resolving the problems that we're facing. In reality, And to be honest, we've also realised that we didn't actually come out here now to work and to live. We came out here for what we've found out. And we did that because we acted on our gut instinct. And we don't regret a fucking thing.
I don't regret
Not a
it.
thing.
And I don't regret the things that's been said since I've come out
No,
here.
no, because we still love each other deeply and we still want to work towards the future of
Whatever that
until
may
the
be.
day we die. It really is as easy as that. I can't face life without Sarah, you know.
And it's not really the answer, is it, to just run away?
No, not at all, not at all.
So
Because those things that going on in here don't get resolved, yeah.
no.
And even if other people don't want to resolve their issues with what we've got, with the problems that we have, that's fine. That's not a problem.
Mhm.
But we've learned how to deal with that different.
Mhm.
And we've got to go back to deal with that and make sure that that is the way that we're going forward. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah? We ain't got a problem with that. But now we know why we came out here. It wasn't to live and it wasn't to work.
It was to
So
find
surprise, surprise.
ourselves, wasn't it, really? And
Can-
that's really what I wanted to do when I came out here.
Can I also say what we plan to do in the future?
Oh, we are crazy.
We are crazy.
We
You
are
gu-
totally wacko.
you guys know this. But we got told, Sarah got told something the other day. Go on, Sarah, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been told it a few times actually, that maybe I should write a book. But we've kind of mentioned it a few times over the years.
Okay. She told me this the other day, that somebody, I won't mention who, but somebody said you could write a book with everything that you've been through and everything that, and I know plenty of people that agree that we are so open, we're honest, we do anything. Do you know what? We do anything. We've been through hell and we're still going through hell at the moment, and it's going to be hell living apart.
Yeah.
But this is what it's about. We love each other, and if anybody can learn anything from our lives, then so we had a suggestion to write a book, and we're going to do it.
Oh, you should have seen us sat at this table, and all of a sudden we had all this energy after just mentioning the word about
Yeah.
a book. I don't know how, but we're going to do that.
These magical feelings that we've had, these gut instincts that we've had that many people don't really understand, yeah? We've run with our gut instinct and we've got to this video now. We've got to this point where we can admit what's gone on. We can admit to our failures, albeit not a failure because they're
No,
there
not
for a good
failures,
reason,
they're just
yeah?
lessons, aren't they?
When we felt that, all I can explain it as a fucking energy rush when we both looked at each other and mentioned writing a book together, and that's all we're going to let out the bag at the moment. That was fucking something different. That was powerful. It was a surge of energy through both of us. We both felt it, and it was like, what the hell? We're going to do it.
Somehow.
Because it's meant to be. Somehow, we don't know how long it'll take, but we're going to do it. We're going to write a book. And anybody that's involved in that book, we will ask the permission. We will be upfront about it. We are not witch hunting or out like that, so please don't think that. Our videos aren't to witch hunt anybody. It's about a true
life.
A true account of the frustrations that people can go through. And we can almost look at it as sort of a life coach. The words life coach keeps coming back to me, and I don't want to be what's his name, Tim Robbins or some. I don't want to be a multi-millionaire guru. No, I don't. But if anything that we do on video helps somebody else get through struggles in marriage, for instance, then please take it and use it for your best possibilities. Yeah. For the benefits of keeping your marriage together, if that's the way it wants to be. Learn from each other. This is what life should be about.
See, when we came out here, I knew that we would have to learn about each other all over again. this time it would just be us two.
Yeah, and I turned around and said, we're going to need therapy. Now, that doesn't mean psychology or psychotherapy. We're going to need therapy. Now, therapy in our minds is working together and understanding,
It's been a bit difficult for me.
It has been difficult.
Very difficult for me.
That's part of the journey. If it hadn't have been difficult, we wouldn't have got to the point where we have to do what we're having to do, would we?
No.
Simple as that. And when I say painful, I mean knife through the heart fucking painful, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah? So if you ever feel like that,
Stop.
look at it. Stop. Work it out with the one that you love. Nobody else. Because I tell you now, without Sarah, I'm nothing. And I'm sure it's the same way the other way as well. We had realised this, yeah? So why the fuck would we spoil it? Why the fuck would we give up on the very thing that keeps our hearts beating? Because that's the way it felt.
Because it's all right short term, you know. It's all right in your own mind when you're thinking all this crap. And you think that you're on your own.
Because it's short-term relief.
It's short-term relief and the runaway escape route. So, but when you do finally manage to get out what it is that's bugging, causing problems, and they might not like what they hear, but they have to hear it.
Because it's a learning curve for both of us. Learning curve for Sarah on opening up, and learning curve for me to listen to the other side of the story. As frustrating as it has been, because I've tried to get Sarah to open up for so long, I now realise she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. And somebody has to take the reins in life, which was me, that frustrated her even more. What can you do?
Angry and
so it's life changes. Life changes. Don't fucking give up. Life changes. Life struggles are there to teach you, not to make you split up. And if you can identify that you love your partner or your wife or husband the way we have done, work on it. Work on it. And don't ever give up. Don't let anybody else fuck it up for you.
Don't get me wrong, depression. Depression, I would say I've had depression for far too many years.
Depression is a run-of-the-mill thing nowadays, and it shouldn't be. And we're starting to identify the reason behind why so many people are suffering depression. And if what we're putting on video now eliminates a bit of that for anybody, then so be it. That's why we're doing it. Yeah?
Yeah.
We're not healing ourselves, we're healing the world, bit by bit. If it's one person, that's the world to us.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
We're good people.
We
know
good
we
people.
are.
We're good people in a very,
Just
very sorry state of a world that nobody really understands. That's all it is. That's all it is. But we go forward. We don't want people speculating this, speculating that. If you want to ask questions, ask us. Yeah? Ask us direct. Don't think you know what's happening. We fucking didn't. We didn't know what was happening, truth be known, did we?
No.
But we know now why we did what we did.
We still kept focusing on the thing that we thought we wanted and what we were going to do, but it was...
Which caused more shit.
It caused more problems because...
Because we were running in with the norm, with the normal. We have to do this, we have to do that, when in reality, yeah, you do, but you can't continue if you don't resolve those foundation problems. Those foundation problems have got to be dealt with, but you've got to know what they are first. And we was put in a fucking horrible situation to find out what those problems were. People, friends, family, anybody that's watching this video, we love you. We love you. We love each other. Yeah? Yeah? Onwards, upwards. That's the only thing. Onwards and upwards. And we've still got pain to go through. 6 weeks without living with each other is going to be hard. It really is going to be hard. And anybody that can support Sarah in any way possible while she's in England, even if it's just to message her, text her and say, how are you doing?
Hey, hang on a minute. I can cope. I know
you can cope. I know you can cope.
Well, I can cope now.
And so can I. But a message would be nice, you know? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm fine, yeah. Whether it's shit here or it's good here or whatever, yeah? Feel free to do it.
Just don't tell me you're in Spain, all right? No, I'm only kidding. We are. We will come back for a holiday.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much we didn't get to see.
We've missed so much in the world, but we don't regret anything. We've missed so much in our lives, but we don't regret anything because everything for a reason. But this has opened doors for us and our future. We do still want to go to Morocco, North Africa. We do still want to come back to Gibraltar, but for different reasons this time.
Yeah.
We know that.
We just need to work on that now and
Yeah.
make it happen.
But that's what life's about. You work on the things that you would like to do. Yeah. So, guys, don't ever think you know what's going on. You don't. But what I can say, or what we can say, is please don't think we're breaking up. We're not. We're not. We've been through hell and back. We've never hidden that fact. But we're strong. The love is there eternally. Just the same it was the day we got married. Oh, excuse me.
Sometimes though, it gets clouded.
Of course it
Because you're carrying on with the daily routines, your same old shit, and you end up forgetting. You end up forgetting about the real.
Yeah. Yeah.
The realness of
The realness
why
of
you were together.
And we're going to try and keep that alive when we go back home. We're not going to try. We're going to do it.
Yeah,
we're going to make
anyway.
it keep alive. Yeah, because now that we know that it is still there, of course it's still there. Yeah.
We also know where the problems are too. So.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously we know there'll be more along the way, but we've managed it.
We're in a better way to deal with it. We're better understanding on how to deal with it. Yeah. So just a quick one before we leave the video. It's been about half an hour. There's plenty for this last video. We love you guys, yeah, and this final video is not just a final, oh, well, that's it, over and done with. You've got a book to look forward to, for fuck's sake, yeah? And we're going to have a lot of fun putting it together. And it is going to cause frustrations, but we're going to work on it together because we're both individual people and we both have a different way. So writing a book from just one of us is not right. It's not going to portray the world that we live. Yeah?
I think the reason why people were saying that for me to write a book really was because I'm not very good at explaining. Well, I wasn't very good at explaining, and I wrote it instead. I wrote it like a diary.
And we do know that we both have the ability and the want to help other people. And just like this video now and all previous videos, we want the book to help people as well. Yeah? To realise that as crazy as life can be, it's there for a reason. So embrace it and do it. Do it. Do them fucking crazy things. And if
because you only live once.
And if you're with somebody that you deeply love, you can go through hell and back and still come out the other way, the other side. Yeah? Be there for each other. No matter what happens, be there. Go through the fights, go through the arguments, because they're necessary. That sounds awful to say, but they're necessary.
The arguments are not particularly necessary, but sometimes.
Well, they have been for us to get to
us,
the position where we are now, where we can understand each other far better, and we have a clearer road forward now on the main things that need dealing with. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, like I say, guys, look forward to the book. I'm looking forward to the fucking hell that we're going to go through to write it. Yeah.
All right. You can't write that. It'd be like, we'll put this.
But we can,
no,
because the true accounts of what we feel, yeah? And we know we've got that ability to get people to look at life in a different way and maybe not even understand it, but love it, love it. We know that a lot of people love the things that we've done, however crazy and bizarre they've been. They've been like, you're fucking crazy, you are, but you're something else, you really are. And that's what we want. That's what we want the book to portray as well. Something interesting, but there is a message at the end of it, yeah? That life is not worth blowing up just because of our outer influences and the way people portray the world, yeah? Love is the be-all and end-all of this. We know that now. And that's not a saying. We haven't read that. We've lived it. We've lived it. And when you live it,
and we felt
you can't look back. We felt it.
Yeah.
You can't look back.
It's nothing that we didn't already know, but when we come out here, there was no more. Well, I would like to say there was no more distractions, but even though we continued to do what it was we was trying to do, we were still suffering, or I was still suffering badly from years.
So on a final note,
Good
before
and
we
bad.
close up, there will be stuff in the book that you haven't even seen on the videos. There will be stuff in the book that you haven't even heard from our lips, because all this stuff's going to come back as we write the book, yeah? You know, the good, the bad, the ugly, the precious, do you know what I mean? There's loads of
The
stuff.
stubbornness.
There's loads of stuff that will be in the book that it'll be new to you, but it's another avenue of us telling our story, if you like. Yeah? Right, guys, we're going.
Yeah,
Yeah?
because it's not long.
Sarah's got a plane to catch this evening, and
That's-
it's fucked up big time because she's got to go to Malaga. She can't fly from Gibraltar, so we're not going to go into it now, okay?
No.
Otherwise, we'll be on here for another half an hour. So,
I don't
love
think I
you, Olivia.
arrive until tomorrow.
but we are going to be together again. Yeah? We're going to be home. We're going to be in comfort with each other, and we're taking it forward. Okay? Yeah? All right, guys. Love you and leave you. I can't say till next time, because I don't think there'll be any more videos in this series.
Well,
Yeah?
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
We might make videos on other things.
Our lives never change. Our lives never end. Yeah? There's always twists and turns, and who knows what the next chapter will bring. But at least you know, Barefoot and Buddykins, we'll get through it. Bye for now. Love
See you
you all.
later.